starvation is a good system to stimulate.
It stimulates the autophagy process. Yes.
That's a recycling system.
What if I told you that every single night, millions of people perform a simple, innocent act that completely sabotages their body's most powerful healing mechanism? For decades, this mystery plagued the world's top scientists. They studied identical twins, followed families for generations, and analyzed the lifestyles of centenarians. But they couldn't crack the code. Why do some people seem to age and fast forward, while others remain vibrant and energetic well into their golden years? Then came the breakthrough that would change everything we thought we knew about human biology. A team of researchers stumbled upon a discovery so groundbreaking, so fundamentally important to human health, that it earned them the Nobel Prize in Medicine. They found that buried deep within every single one of your cells is an incredibly sophisticated repair and cleaning system. Think of it as your body's own personal maintenance crew, working tirelessly to keep you young, healthy, and energized. But here's the shocking part. This life-extending system can be completely shut down by something most people do every evening, around 6 p.m. The culprit isn't some exotic toxin or genetic defect. It's not even what you're putting into your body. It's something far more subtle, something that seems completely harmless, yet it's silently stealing years from your life and leaving you exhausted, sluggish, and aging faster than you should be. And the most incredible part? Once you discover what it is, you can reverse the damage starting tonight, without spending a single penny or changing a single food you eat. By the end of this video, you'll see why timing, not restriction, is what really matters here.
Percent is recycling.
Yeah, right.
It's extraordinary. The cell itself, the living cell, recycles in this way.
Yeah.
Absolutely fascinating.
In 2016, a Japanese scientist named Yoshinori Osumi won the Nobel Prize in Medicine for discovering the exact mechanisms of something called autophagy. Now, that's a complicated word, but what it means is actually quite simple. Imagine your body is like a house. Every day, you live in it, use it, and naturally, things get worn down. Furniture gets scratched, dust accumulates, small damages happen. Autophagy is your body's nighttime cleaning crew. When you're not busy eating and digesting, your cells activate this internal recycling system. They break down old, damaged parts, clear out waste, and use those materials to build new, healthy components. But here's what the researchers noticed, and this is critical. This cleaning crew only shows up when your digestive system stops working. As long as your body is processing food, as long as insulin is elevated, as long as your cells are in growth mode, the repair system stays shut off. Think about that for a moment. Your body can either be in building mode or cleaning mode, but not both at the same time. Why evening timing matters. Now, other scientists were discovering something equally important about timing. Researchers studying circadian rhythms found that our bodies operate on an internal clock. And this clock doesn't just control when we feel sleepy. It controls when our digestive enzymes are produced, when our metabolism is most efficient, and critically, when our repair systems are supposed to activate. Dr. Sachin Panda, a leading circadian rhythm researcher at the Salk Institute, conducted experiments that revealed something surprising. The human digestive system is designed to work optimally during daylight hours. Your body produces digestive enzymes most efficiently in the morning and afternoon. By evening, that production naturally starts to decline. But here's where modern life creates a problem. When you eat late in the evening, you're forcing your body to digest food at a time when it's biologically programmed to be winding down. Your digestive system has to work harder. Your metabolism slows down because you're working against your natural rhythm. And most importantly, you're delaying the activation of that repair system we talked about earlier. Multiple research teams studying time-restricted eating independently reached similar conclusions. It wasn't just about how much people ate or even what they ate. The timing of the last meal had measurable effects on cellular repair, sleep quality, and metabolic health. Scientists were particularly shocked to find that people who finished eating by early evening, even if they ate the same total calories as people who ate late, showed different metabolic markers the next morning. Their bodies had more time in repair mode overnight. The 6 p.m. connection. So why does 6 p.m. specifically keep coming up? It's not a magic number, but it represents something important about how our biology works. Research on human circadian rhythms shows that for most people, digestive efficiency begins declining significantly between 6 and 7 p.m. Your body temperature starts to drop. Your metabolism naturally slows. Melatonin production begins preparing you for sleep in a few hours. When you eat after this window, several things happen. First, your body has to divert energy to digestion when it should be preparing for rest. Second, the presence of food keeps your insulin elevated, which directly blocks the autophagy process. Third, your core body temperature remains higher, which can interfere with deep sleep quality. Scientists studying shift workers provided some of the clearest evidence. Night shift workers who eat during their work hours show significantly higher rates of metabolic dysfunction, not because they're eating different foods, but because they're eating at times when their bodies expect to be fasting and repairing. A study published in Cell Metabolism found that when people restricted their eating to an earlier window, ending by early evening, they experienced improvements in sleep quality, morning energy levels, and markers of metabolic health, even when they ate the same number of calories as before. The researchers emphasized this wasn't about starvation or extreme fasting. It was simply about aligning eating patterns with the body's natural repair schedule. Let's walk through what happens in your body during a typical evening and overnight period. First when you eat late, then when you stop eating earlier. Scenario 1. You finish dinner at 8 or 9 p.m. Your body immediately starts the digestive process. Your stomach is working, your intestines are active, insulin is elevated. This continues for 3 to 4 hours. By the time digestion finally completes, it might be midnight or 1 a.m. Only then can your body begin shifting into repair mode. But you need to wake up at 6 or 7 a.m. Your body gets perhaps 5 or 6 hours of actual repair time, and much of your sleep was spent partially in digestive mode rather than deep restoration mode. You wake up feeling unrested because your body never fully completed its nighttime maintenance work. Scenario 2. You finish eating by 6 p.m. Within a few hours, digestion completes. By 9 or 10 p.m., your body has fully transitioned into repair mode. Autophagy activates. Your cells begin their cleaning process. Your sleep is deeper because your body isn't dividing resources between digestion and rest. By morning, you've had perhaps 10 to 11 hours of repair time. Your body completed its maintenance work. You wake up with better energy because your body actually finished what it needed to do overnight. The difference isn't dramatic on any single night, but researchers found that over weeks and months, this pattern creates measurable changes. People report better sleep quality, more consistent morning energy, improved digestion, and better long-term health markers. The broader pattern. What made this research compelling to scientists was how it connected to larger patterns they were seeing in population studies. Researchers noticed that populations in certain regions of the world, particularly in Mediterranean countries and parts of Asia, tended to have lower rates of metabolic disease and better longevity markers. Initially, scientists focused on what these people ate. The Mediterranean diet became famous for its olive oil, fish, and vegetables. But then researchers noticed something else. In these regions, people traditionally ate their last substantial meal in the early evening. Dinner at 6 or 7 p.m. was normal. Late-night eating was uncommon. The evening was for light socializing, maybe a walk, then rest. Meanwhile, in countries where late-night eating became normalized, where dinner regularly happened at 8 or 9 p.m. or later, metabolic health issues were more prevalent, even when the actual food quality was similar. This doesn't mean food quality doesn't matter. It absolutely does. But timing emerged as an independent factor that scientists had largely overlooked for decades. Dr. Walter Longo, who studies longevity and fasting at USC, has pointed out that throughout human history, eating late into the evening was actually quite rare. Our ancestors typically ate their last meal when daylight ended, simply because artificial lighting didn't exist. Our biology evolved expecting a long overnight period without food. Modern life with electric lighting, late work schedules, and evening entertainment shifted our eating patterns. But our cellular biology didn't change with it.
I believe their life is, as you said, really a good recycle system.
What this means for you. The practical application of this research is surprisingly simple, though I understand it may not be easy for everyone given modern schedules. The principle is to finish your last substantial meal by early evening, ideally around 6 p.m., and then allow your body an extended overnight period without food. You're not fasting in any extreme sense. You're simply aligning your eating pattern with your body's natural repair schedule. What does this look like in practice? You eat normally throughout the day: breakfast, lunch, and an earlier dinner. After 6 p.m., you stop eating. Water, tea, black coffee are fine if you want them. But no food, no snacks, no caloric drinks. If 6 p.m. is genuinely impossible due to your work schedule, the principle still applies. Finish eating at least 3 to 4 hours before bedtime and aim for a 12 to 14-hour overnight period without food. The goal is to give your body adequate time in repair mode. Some people worry this means going to bed hungry. In practice, most people find that after a few days of adjustment, evening hunger diminishes significantly. Your body adapts to the new pattern. Many people actually report sleeping better without food in their system. You don't need perfect consistency. If you have an occasional late dinner for a social event or special occasion, that's fine. The research shows benefits from consistency over time, not from absolute perfection every single day. You don't need supplements. You don't need special foods. You don't need to buy anything. This is simply about adjusting the timing of meals you're already eating. The scientists studying this emphasize that this approach works alongside other healthy habits, not instead of them. Eating quality food still matters. Physical activity still matters. Sleep still matters. But meal timing is a piece of the puzzle that many people haven't considered. Before continuing, an important note. This information is based on scientific research and is intended for educational purposes. It is not medical advice. If you have diabetes, blood sugar issues, are pregnant, taking medications, or have any medical conditions, speak with your healthcare provider before changing your eating schedule. Some people may need to eat more frequently for medical reasons, and that's completely appropriate for their situation.
What strikes me about this research is how it reveals something we've forgotten. Your body already knows how to heal itself. Your cells have sophisticated repair systems built in. You don't need to add anything or buy anything to activate these systems. You just need to stop blocking them. For decades, we've focused almost entirely on what we eat. We count calories, we measure nutrients, we debate diets, and those things do matter, but we largely ignored when we eat. We assumed it didn't make a difference. The scientists who discovered autophagy and circadian rhythm effects showed us that timing might be just as important as content, that your body operates on a schedule. And when you work against that schedule, you're making everything harder than it needs to be. The most powerful part of this research is how accessible it is. You don't need money. You don't need special equipment. You don't need to join anything or buy anything. You simply need to organize your existing meals into a pattern that gives your body time to do its maintenance work. Tonight, you have an opportunity. You can finish eating earlier and give your body that time. You can align your pattern with your biology instead of against it. And over time, you might notice your sleep improves, your energy stabilizes, your body feels different. Not because you added something, but because you stopped blocking something that was trying to happen all along. I'm curious about your experience with this. Have you noticed differences in how you feel based on when you eat dinner? Have you experimented with earlier eating windows? What did you notice? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I read them, and often learn from what you share. If you found this information valuable, consider sharing it with someone who might benefit. And if you want more science-based content on health and longevity, without hype or misinformation, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself. If you want to see how other daily habits quietly affect aging and sleep, you can turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video.